Spring and chair of the Senate Republican Conference Committee. Wyoming Senator John Barrasso joins us now. He's also ranking member on the Senate Committee of Energy and Natural Resources and member of the Finance Committee. I want to ask you about the spike in oil prices because everybody's paying more for gas in this moment as we talk about, as a country, spending more. But your thoughts in this moment as President Biden now jets off to Europe?
Well, first, you talked about spiking energy prices. The only thing your viewers need to know is that today in America, we are using more oil from Vladimir Putin in Russia than we are from Alaska. And that's a result of the Biden policies. And as you just said, he's off to Europe, to Glasgow, Scotland, to, I believe, wave the white flag of surrender of American energy dominance and wealth to now an energy-dependent nation that we've become, and an energy-weak nation. It's because of the policies of this administration. Now, the president was just up on Capitol Hill. To me, watching this, he came with an offer, not with an agreement. To me, he looked weak, the 98-pound weakling. We see Democrats in disarray. It's his second trip to the Hill in the last month, and I think he left empty-handed.
You say disarray. Here's some members of the squad. Congresswoman Jayapal, I think it's a bit of a leap of faith in the president. I think the first step is I've got to see the legislation. Ilhan Omar says the United States is the only industrialized country in the world not to guarantee family and medical leave. She's obviously not happy. She's calling it an outrage. Build Back Better is our opportunity to change it. That being said, as our own Jackie Heinrich just said, time is up for the talking phase. Quite clearly, we are seeing that to be the case. I'll put this up on the screen, Ari Fleischer, just a few moments ago. We're now at the don't just stand there, spend something phase of Biden's one-term presidency. His goal now is to spend money to win Democratic votes. Biden's mandate was neither a $3.5 or a $1.75 trillion blowout. What a mess, he writes. What happens next here, Senator?
Well, and especially in light of the fact that the economic numbers that came out this morning, Sandra, are so bad. They were really, the warning sirens are sounding a loud alarm for our economy. The numbers that the economists expected, we only got to half of that type of growth. And at the same time, we have the flames of inflation burning wild. People in Wyoming complaining about the cost, and what the president is talking about doing when he goes to Europe is going to raise the cost of energy to heat your home, to drive your car. And that's what we're seeing with I got the framework right here. And what the framework talks about, and Ari Fleischer make mention of it, the two big things that strike me about that is they still supersize the IRS to try to squeeze taxpayers. And still the largest, most expensive part of this is the so-called Green New Deal, which will drive up the cost of driving and heating your home, the cost of energy, making energy much more expensive and much less reliable.
To your point about just the framework, Katie Pavlich, a frequent guest on this program, on this network, she says Biden wants a vote today on a bill that isn't even written yet. You flash back to Nancy Pelosi, from whom we are about to hear, top of the 2 o'clock Eastern Time hour. 2010, Nancy Pelosi, listen.
We have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it away from the fog of the controversy.
And Americans do wonder what the consequences of this massive spending eventually will be. You're talking about energy prices, gas prices, put them on your screen. National average, $3.39 a gallon. This is real, tangible stuff the American people feel when they go to work this morning. They fill up their gas tank. They're paying a whole lot more, and that is inching towards a record high now. Oil prices continue to go up. They're at nearly $82 a barrel. So what do the American people need to know as all of this plays out in Washington?
Gas prices at the pump are up about $1 a gallon. It's about $25 more to fill up a tank. Natural gas prices, again, at a 7-year high, and about half the homes in America are heated that way. But this is the Biden policy. Day number one, he killed the Keystone XL pipeline. He's blocked exploration for energy on public lands in terms of leases. He shut down Alaska. This is what Joe Biden has brought to the American people with this massive inflation. The other is the disconnect that's going on between what the president's talking about and what the American people want to talk about. The things the American people want to hear about are what's the president going to do about the crisis of inflation and the crisis at the southern border with Mexico. And what the president is talking about is very different. He's talking about raising taxes and then jetting off with soaring off, if you will, to Europe at the time we have soaring energy prices and food prices here in America. People are absolutely done with where this president is trying to take the country.